And
How many zeros?
With a lot of zeros.
Are watch pieces investment pieces? You know, there's this conversation that they're going up in value, and it's hard to predict the future, right? But one of my very good clients said, Avo, I have $100,000. I want to put it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I keep reading, and this is someone that's asking me, I keep reading about watches, artwork, you know, what should I do?
Listen, and I'll tell to everybody the same thing.
Right.
That I just lost my crystal ball. Just like yesterday, so I cannot tell you the future.
That's it, right?
But, and I'll show you right now, I invested some money in the bank. They had amazing portfolio to do something. And yesterday I told them I want to cash it out.
Okay.
In 1 year, I lost about 15 or 20%.
Okay,
I lost.
that's bad.
It's a bank. They told me that it's very, very good investment.
Sure.
And I put the money there, and I'm like, I'm still in shock. Like, how can it be? You know, it was in real estate, in somehow in a portfolio. You know, so it can happen with everything.
Right.
People just always looking at the numbers of how much things goes up. Right. Things also can go down. I think basically there's two things to that. First of all, you have to know what you're buying, and you have to make sure that, hey, is this the right price to buy it? I am in the right market.
Sure.
Where was it 5 years ago? Where was it today?
Mm-hmm.
You know, not just like now. Like people that bought Nautilus and Aquanaut a year ago, they lost today 30%, flat.
Oh, really?
People that bought, I don't care what Nautilus you bought it in 2001 in the peak of the COVID.
Right.
Today, it's 30% minimum less. Same thing with RM. Okay?
Richard Mille.
Richard Mille.
Yep.
Same thing with the certain Patek. Patek we said. Same thing also probably on big Rolex. I mean, the
Sure.
Rainbow Rolex and all those stuff. I mean, there is a level, but you know, when people buying stuff, you know, they think, oh, it's only going to go up. There's not
Right.
enough in the world. Yes, also, but we know, but COVID was crazy time because of a lot of money came to the market, crypto money, easy money. The true collectors, believe it or not, I don't think that they bought during COVID too much.
Right.
Because he's a collector, it's hard for him to understand how come certain piece suddenly go for 5 times more. He been there. He been in 2008. He been in the recession also back then, the prices dropped.
Right.
So, you know, so actually when people ask me how is business right now, because it's not like COVID, actually now it's, believe it or not, it's actually better.
Sure.
Because now the true collectors waking up and says, okay, now the La La Land, the craziness of this COVID thing, you know, finished.
So you bring up a point of like, there's all these new guys coming into the game. You know, they came in after COVID. All these TikTok watch guys, Vukum, Moshi, whatever these names are, that they're making watch buying and selling popular. But you've been doing this before that. So it's a good point. You're saying the true buyers.
I don't know if they came just to the game. Maybe they were in the game before. Maybe Instagram came to the game.
Maybe they brought it. Yeah, something happened though.
Okay, but
Something happened.
But the Moshe, like, for example, I don't know personally too much, but I know his face because sometimes I see him in the show.
Right.
So obviously he's been around. But now suddenly you have Instagram, and you have the people that believe in it and know how to expose themselves. So everybody sees that. It doesn't mean that they are new to the game.
It could be they use social media.
They knew for the new social media.
Right.
They've been, and some people, no matter what will happen, they would not put their face in front of the camera. And so there is some old school that I do business with them.
Right.
They sell in a day numbers that, you know, I cannot even read. And
how many zeros?
With a lot of zeros.
But they are bringing attention to the industry that we haven't seen before, right?
Of course.
It's
fun.
It might help us a little.
Listen, a lot of the luxury brought interest.
Sure.
Everybody wants luxury. Everybody likes the good stuff.
Sure, right.
The question, hey, can we afford it? Can we truly buy it? You know?
Right.
Plus, you know, sometimes what you see on Instagram and on TikTok and all the social luxury life, not necessarily it is what it is.
Right.
You know, you see suddenly a guy sitting with an RM and on a yacht and flying all over the world. And then when it comes to, if you call him, tell him, hey, I need 5,000, he doesn't have even the option to do it. And some people are real, but you know.
Don't believe what you see all the time.
Not always.
Right.
Like we say in our business, not everything that's shiny, it means that it's gold.
Not everything. I like that. What would you advise someone that wants to buy watches? Trust your source, right?
you do business with who you trust. That's the number one key. When you start also a relationship with somebody, you know, like me or like one of my colleagues, it's not just, you know, we don't want run with you one time. We want to grow together. You know, we want to start a collection. You know, you know where you start, you don't know where you end with that. Meaning like, kind of like, I feel that there's some responsibility on my hand to guide you in the right direction and to tell you what's right and what's wrong and what should you look. Also, if you're going to spend this kind of money, I mean, today, and I'm not talking about a $10,000 watch,
Right.
10,000, 15,000, 20,000, buy it for fun, and, you know, and that's it, you know. But when you're spending significant amount of money, like 50 plus, 100,000, 200,000,
Right.
you want at least to know that, first of all, you need to like it, of course. You're not going to buy something if you don't like.
Right.
But you need to understand what you like. You need to understand a little bit the watch. You need to understand what's special about it. And of course, you know, you want to make sure that you're buying, I would say something that, if not going to make money, at least will hold the value pretty fair. Now, people buying watches sometime and then they expect after, you know, 6 months or 2 months, hey, can we already, how much we made, can we sell it?
Right.
It doesn't work like that, you
Okay.
know? You know, you have to believe in something also, in a certain watch. Maybe one day the watch will be discontinued, like many brands, are like the big brands, like Patek, like even Rolex, suddenly they discontinue a model, then it drives the price high. Many times it also can take the price down. So I have to say, like, you have to look at it like true like investment.